That'll do. Hello. Good evening, my lovelies, and it's wonderful to be with you again, live on a Monday night, coming in your eyes and ears, direct from Windy Bum. And once again, a very, very happy new year to you. Here's to us and 2023 being a fabulous year. Let's hope. Hasn't started too well, but oh dear. Right. Now, Jesus Christ. Oh, maybe it's not that bad. This wine was a gift. Well, it's slightly better than my lunch was today. So, and that's about all we can say for that. Now, I'm not going to get lost by all the comments tonight. I'm going to be all over those comments like greased weasel droppings, because I want to catch up with you all and see how you are all doing and how your Christmas and New Year was and how the year has started for you, and I want to see who's there. So let's whiz through them. Jimmy Quinn is with us. A very good evening to you, sir. Oh, Mr. B&B, the lovely Rob, would love to join us, but unfortunately he has to get up early, as this thing called work rudely starts again tomorrow at 07:30 hours, which is, that's a horrible time to have to start work, isn't it? 07:30 hours. I mean, that's, dimpest? Tricky chap's words. Deepest sympathies go out to Rob, and you won't be watching this, so I don't know why I'm talking to you, which is a bit silly, really. I mean, it's like ranting at somebody on Facebook when they're not your Facebook friend and they're never ever going to see it, or ranting at the Prime Minister or something like that. Are you on the wonk? Are you on the wonk? You are, aren't you? You're always on the wonk, you people. I don't know what's the matter with you. Hey, what? Right, well, it would appear that the artist formerly known as MCH_419 has rebranded himself, and he is now simply underscore. Ooh. And that's absolutely fabulous. So good evening, underscore, otherwise known as Matt. Gilbert Theophilus Codwacker is in the house, and as always offers salutations, and also offers a Happy New Year missive to underscore. I love that. And yes, underscore says a Happy New Year to all. Project Nigel, Captain Mustard, says I might be able to pop in for a bit, but I need an early night due to being a bit bollocksed. He was poorly today, the poor chap. I mean, he rocked up because he knew I was coming, and he really shouldn't have. You should have just cancelled, mate, and stayed at home. It would have been fine, honestly. You clearly weren't in the right place for it. Hope you feel better soon. Bad Books is with us and says good evening. It's becoming quite a social gathering in the pre-show comment section. That's interesting. Yeah. Rock up. Shall I start later? Shall I not start until 1 a.m. and just come on and say hello and goodbye, and you can spend the rest of the 2 hours just chatting? You don't need me dribbling away in your ear holes, do you? Of course you don't. But that's brilliant. I keep going on about community, and it's a massive thing to me. And I love the fact that there are all of these people coming together and making friends and sharing interests, and it's all jolly good, and I'm very happy about it. And 2023 will be a splendid year for community, I'm sure of that. By George. Simon is with us, Project MGTF, and he says in his characteristically northern way, if I may say so, "Hey up, people of the interwebs, and Happy New Year" type thing. And follows that up with underscore overscore wumbling free. What is your boggle? Green, what on earth is a boggle? What are you boggling on about, underscore? And yeah, Simon is equally clueless. But Simon does make the salient point. Have you all got your toast racks ready? Have those toast racks been winging in from eBay? Have you been searching in charity shops? Let's have your toast rack updates. Oh dear. His toast rack was supposed to be here on Saturday. Hasn't arrived. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. Oh, right. Somebody's, Simon's looking in charity shops tomorrow for toast racks. Oh, and the first message held for review. Because it's sheer filth. We like a bit of filth. What? Even though my dinner was substandard, well, it was my lunch and it was more than substandard. It was fucking dreadful, absolutely abysmal, and cost north of £9 as well. Never eat at a place called Oodles, which sells noodles. Absolutely bloody abysmal. It smelt delicious, and so now I've been fancying chow mein all day. Yeah, it smelt all right. That was about the best part of it. You wouldn't have wanted to eat it. Oh, chow mein would be a good shout, actually. I would have had chow mein tonight, but I haven't got the doings in. The old Christmas long hours and shop closure things mean that it's a bit of a leap up the larder door food-wise here. So tonight I will be having Momo, and it's going to be my first little wander down Momo Lane for a little while. And there's my first burp of tonight's live. Welcome, first burp. I watched, oh hello, the OPWAPs are coming in. Demi Moore. Now we're talking about films. Another OPWAP, Claire Grogan. Altered Images, happy birthday. Is that her? Tracy Greenwood is with us. One of the two official channel Traces, and both of them are with an E. Thank you. What? I mean, just talk amongst yourselves, you guys. There's yeah, I'm excluded from my own live. It's lovely to see everybody's just chatting. I might just sit here and drink. OPWAP Charles Dance. I wonder if Boaty keeps an eye on chat before he streams. I'm curious what he'll say about my name change. Well, no, I don't keep an eye on chat before the stream, although perhaps I should. And perhaps I should put it up even the day before to get chat going, and then I could actually join in my own chat rather than just being the one here who's drunkenly wobbling at you. Yeah, I mean the change of name, genius. I love it. I don't what. Oh, right, okay. Hello. Now then, Western New York Bigfoot Investigation Group is here and with us. And I would like to say to you, sir, I've been watching some of your videos on Facebook, and I think they're absolutely great. I love listening to you and watching you. And the haircut, excellent. Very handsome. So Yeah, a massive welcome to our friend Weston. Tracy is humming the theme tune to the 1970s/80s Heidi. Okay. Oh, and we are blessed with our other Tracy. We have two official channel Tracies, both of them spelt with an E. Please read the small print. Your investment may go down as well as plummet. And Tracy Pattison, who is a lovely Tracy, a Welsh Tracy, and a South Welsh Tracy as well. And she says, I've lost it now. Oh, I may fall asleep because I'm tired. Don't fall asleep. Stay awake. Everybody shout at Tracy with an E and keep her awake. Or is that cruel? No, go to sleep. Go to sleep, my lovely. If you're tired, go to sleep. You can watch this tomorrow if you want to watch it at all. So, would you like me to sing you a lullaby? Go to sleep, my Tracy, my Tracy, my Tracy. Go to sleep. Oh, bloody hell. Hooked on Classics is with us. Good evening, Boaty, says Simone, and I say good evening back at you. How are you, and how is the fabulous TC and your newly MOT'd Rover 75? Which I noticed from one of your videos, and yeah, I have watched a couple more. Similarly to mine and Simon's, has sports neutral, a fine gearbox setting if ever there was one. We'll give you yeah, this wine was a gift and it's crap. Oh, back to work tomorrow, Tracy. Oh, bad luck, my lovely. Here's to all of you who have to go back to work tomorrow, or if you went back to work today. And also to the poor sods like me who aren't going back to work because we haven't been off work. We've worked all through it, including bloody Christmas Day. And I'm still poor. How does that work? Oh, dear me. Simon booked this week off as he was working over Christmas. Carol Vorderman made a good argument to change my mind on her OPWAP status, says _ On the New Year's episode of Taskmaster, her choice of vehicle goes in her favour. Well, don't keep us in suspenders, _ What was her vehicle of choice? Obviously something close to your heart if you've changed your mind about podgering Carol Vorderman. And have you let her know? I think you ought to. I think you ought to get in touch via social media. I think our Carol uses Twitter. Or, if you want to be guaranteed a response, email her Radio Wales email address. When Radio Wales get an email from a listener, they get so excited that the entire staff run around the studios clutching their little tinkles. And you might think I'm joking, but I'm not. I used to do things with Radio Wales, and listener engagement is tremendously important to them because they haven't got many. And the average age of a Radio Wales listener, it might have changed now, but when I was doing stuff, the average age was, I think, 107. So if they get an email from somebody below that age, oh, do they get excited. What? So you'd be guaranteed a response. So I think that you should email Radio Wales and say, Dear Carol Vorderman, previously I had decided that I wouldn't podger you given the opportunity. But since your appearance on Taskmaster and your alerting me to your choice of vehicle, I now consider you podgerable. So please get in touch at this address should you wish to further this potentially pottering situation. And let us know how you get on. Tracy's off on Friday, so a short week. KKC is with us and says, good evening all. Simon says we're all wonkers tonight. That's a spelling mistake, apparently. Boaty's cottage appears to be sliding down the hill into the bottom. Why? What's happening? I know you're on the wonk. Do you want me to unwonk you? I don't know why you're always on the wonk, you people. You really should pull yourselves together. Oh, you're warm. Why are you so warm? It's nice. It's because you're hot stuff, aren't you? All of my viewers are hot stuff. Absolute hotties to a woman and a man, the lot of you. Underscore Wibble. What type of USB port does Vodafone have in a car? That's going back to a comment from a few live streams ago where somebody suggested as an OPWAP Carol Vodafone, which I think may have been a slight typo. You're still on the wonk slightly. And somebody came up with the memorable line, which I'm going to put on a t-shirt, something along the lines of, does she take it in the USB-B port or the USB-C port? Which I thought was very amusing. But then I am only 11 years old and have a very puerile sense of humour. Are you unwonked now? I can't be doing with wonkiness in my life. You're still on the bloody wonk. God above. Right, now surely, that's got to be about it, hasn't it? Right, well, that's close enough. Yeah, I mean, you're perfectly unwonked as far as I'm concerned. So I've done my bit. That's all that I can do for you. If you have any problems now, then frankly, you're on your own, because I've pretty much done all I can do. Oh, goodness gracious me. Now then, where was I? I got reprimanded for not pronouncing your name correctly this lunchtime. Underscore. Yes, you did, Simon. I spent some time with Simon, aka Project MGTF, today, and he did mention you by name, and he did pronounce you incorrectly. There was not a hint of sexiness in his pronunciation, and we all know that there's only one way to pronounce you, and that is with some serious Barry White sexiness. It's the only way. So yes, Simon was reprimanded. He took it like a man. Poor sod, he took a lot of things like a man today. Oh dear, the journey back from the Milkstone Road was interesting when Mustard came up with, well, I can't talk about that. I'll get thrown off YouTube. Ask Simon about it, he'll tell you. Ali Mac Mechanical is with us, so that's lovely. Good evening, Ali. How are you? Happy New Year to you. No, please start the live earlier so we can start chatting at about 9 p.m. Actually, there's no reason why I can't do that on a Monday. I don't know why I start so late. Okay, question for you. Should I start earlier on a Monday? I can't do it on a Thursday because I've got to get back from work. But there's no reason why we can't start earlier on a Monday. Would you prefer that? It would probably suit me, really. So, yeah, answer that. Oh, Gilbert says, sorry I disappeared New Year's stream. I had, oh, Jesus Christ. I had the splatters that day and fell asleep. Well, again, our sincere condolences for you for your colonic disquiet on what should be a time of celebration. You know, I mean, we all hope that your parking bay is in better condition now. Moving swiftly on. Most people pronounce my name wrong, says Matt. They seem to get Matt confused with, oh dear, right, well, we can't read that, can we? I need to read these comments through before I actually launch myself on reading them out and commit myself to something that could get me in the deepest of trouble. Shame on you, Matt, shame. Tracy on the subject of toast rack says, if it hasn't been posted yet, I might look in charity shops on Friday or Saturday. Let us know how you get on. Gilbert, Douglas the Lurpak man has arrived and lives next to my Roberts radio. A splendid place to live. Have you deployed him yet? Have you actually deployed him and had your toast from your beautiful new toast rack? And if so, how was the experience? Who will change their name to Toast Rack first, says KKC. That's tickled me. You can bet that somebody's going to do it now. I think you should. You suggested it. You suggested it, KKC. I think you should change your name. Simone says, Boaty, do you like a dirty limerick? I love a limerick, dirty or otherwise. In fact, let's have a limerick feature suggested by Simone. Now, can I think of a limerick? There was a young man from Japan whose poetry never would scan. I once asked him why, and he gave this reply. Well, you see, it's like this. I always try and squeeze as many words into the last line as I possibly can. There's one for you. Limericks. There was a young man from Dundee who was stung on the neck by a wasp. When asked if it hurt, he said, no, not a bit. He can do it again if it wants. But I would love to hear a dirty limerick, please, Simone. So yeah, do favour me with that. Tracy is kindly welcoming Boaty's maiden burp. Simon says, I'd love to try Momo, not too spicy. Yeah, Momo themselves really aren't particularly spicy at all. Not if they're made traditionally. Sometimes I make them and go a little bit overboard on the chili, but they're not generally highly spiced at all. But the real beauty of Momo is the tomato, sesame, chili Momo chutney that tends to accompany them, and that can be spicy. And if I make it, it's going to be hellish spicy. And as it happens, here is one I made earlier that's defrosting on my radiator and will be deployed for tonight's supper. But there's, because I batch cook it and then portion freeze it like I do with a lot of stuff, and that will be tonight's Momo chutney. And that was made with Carolina Reaper Naga chili, so you can bet that's going to have a kick to it. But yeah, you all must try Momo. They are the most fabulous things, and if you can't buy them anywhere, but if you can't make them, just come round here and try some of mine. I have always got Momos available to any of you. Pop round, the door won't be locked, it never is. Just come in, help yourself, make yourself some tea or something. You'll need to bring milk. I haven't got any milk. Oh, I have got milk. Simon, I've still got that milk that you bought. It may be out of date. Let's have a look. This is the milk that Simon kindly provided in order that he could have a cup of tea when he visited me. Oh dear, 24th of December. Yeah, we'll throw that away. Right then, where do we get to? It's so lovely to be with you guys again. I love being with you. You people are my happy place. Now then, think about that. Or possibly not, might give you nightmares. I can imagine you going to therapy, saying that I'm just not comfortable being Boaty's happy place. I don't like the idea of Boaty being happy when he's in me, when he's in my, I don't know where I was going with that. That was a Freudian slip, wasn't it? But anyway, moving swiftly on. Right, we've welcomed my burp. We've talked about Momo. Trace has said that with an E is spelled correctly, absolutely right. We've got another OPWAP, Angie Dickinson. That name rings a bell, but I can't think. Apparently I was right about altered images and what's her name. E's are good, says Tracy with an E. In names, I mean. You don't look like a recreational drug user, Tracy with an E. But you know, who knows? Who knows what goes on behind closed doors? So Anyway, I don't know why, but for some reason, I seem to be going into dark areas in this live broadcast. And I don't know why I'm being led in that direction. I think it's you lot. I think that you're a bad influence on me. I was as pure as a driven snow before I met all of you. I'm a minister of the church, for goodness sake. Look, I've almost got a halo around there. And now, thanks to you lot, some of the things that I talk about, absolutely outrageous. I mean, some of the things you mentioned I've never heard of before I met you. I've led a very sheltered life, my lovelies. I'm very naive and inexperienced and a little bit backwards in the ways of life. Another OPWAP, Judy Finnegan. What? As in Richard and Judy? Really? Oh, it's Gilbert. He has slightly unusual tastes. Did anybody else see the Facebook post for first videos? Right. Yeah, that was a post I put in our Facebook group. If you weren't aware of it, search on Facebook for Boaty's World, the community Facebook group where you will meet all of your favourite people and you can talk about things and look at pictures of my lunch. It's a wonderful place to be. 9 out of 10 cats who expressed a preference said their owners thought it was fucking fantastic. What? Did anyone, yeah, and I thought it would be a good idea to put, it was the anniversary of my first video on YouTube, and I thought it might be fun to look at some other first videos, so I did, and I posted them. So that's what he's talking about. I won't deny, says _ I was surprised by Hooked on Classics, as I thought it would be classic cars, but it's not. And Hooked on Classics immediately leaps upon this comment and replies to it fulsomely and with transparent openness and honesty. And Simone, we applaud you for that. And she says, my early stuff was a bit random. I think that's probably true of many of us. But it's interesting to see where things start, isn't it? I mean, my first one doesn't even qualify as a video. It was the sort of thing you would expect if a 2-year-old rolled over onto a portable electric telephone and pressed the record button. It was absolutely useless, pointless and ridiculous, as were the next 187. Although, no, don't talk about that one. Don't talk about that one. I was, oh, God above. No, I'm not reading that out. Shared credit at best for me on the name change. You picked up on it in the previous name, so I took it a little further. Yeah, we should do without hellos at the start. We all know each other and it takes Boaty 30 minutes to do it. Well, maybe that's my fault. Maybe, okay, now we know that you guys chat amongst yourselves while you're waiting, then what we need to do is I need not to go through all of those and not to read them out because you've all read them and I'm just wasting your time. I mean, I'm wasting your time anyway with all of this dribble, but I mean, that's adding insult to injury. So I will take that one on the chin. It's my fault and I won't do it again. Now then, GUU is with us and says, Happy New Year, Boaty and everyone, and a Happy New Year to you. Right. For God's sake, that's putting me to sleep now, says the other Tracy, the one who's not sleepy, the one who is vibrant, bright, feeling alive and ready to take the world by the throat. But apparently the lullaby was sending her to sleep. I'm not doing it now. Look, I'm talking quickly to keep you alert. And I might throw in some non sequiturs just to see if anybody's listening. I did that in a video description once and it was really funny. I thought nobody is ever going to read this. So I put the normal blurb and I said, I know that nobody reads this. If you actually do read this, type a comment saying in my pants at the end of it. And a load of you did. And I was really grateful. And I was filled with joy because that amused me immensely. Ah, Boaty, you are quite an affable chap, and I like your content as well. Cheers, mate. That's very kind of you. Well, affable, I'll take that. I could be aft. There is somebody out there in this great big internet who thinks that I am affable, that I am worthy of an aft. And I'm very grateful for that. I haven't been aft for a while, so I'll take that. You can take your holiday in the summer, Boaty, in the caravan. Right, well, I don't get holidays, and I don't massively like holidays. I tend to get bored. But what I will be doing this year, as I think I've mentioned, on a Monday, I will tow the caravan to somewhere nice and spend the night in it and then tow it back the next day. And that will be an adventure. And I will invite any of you to come along and have a drink with me if you happen to live nearby to where I'm parked up. And in fact, tell me where you live and suggest a suitable place, a place of natural beauty or something of the like, where I could come down, park the caravan near you and invite you for an evening soiree with drinks and nibbles. I'd love to do that. That'd be quite cool. I'm currently driving my 45 with my bollocks as the seat is stuck on high. I'm taking it to Allegro Man for fettling on Wednesday. Oh yeah, I saw that post in the group. Yeah, that is most unfortunate to have the seat stuck in that position. Although it is quite amusing, we have a message that's held for review because it will contain filth. Let's read it. Here we go. It's from Simon. Carol Vorderman is still a no from me. Her face has gone weird, like a partially inflated water balloon. Harsh. Well, there we are. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. KKC says we should all email Radio Wales. Do you know what? We should get, what we should do, one live stream, right? We should listen to one of the call-in shows. Maybe do it on my mate's show, the lovely Wyn Evans. And we should all listen to it together on a live. And then all of us call in and email in, and Radio Wales will explode with excitement. They normally get about 3 letters a year, and they are normally letters because the Radio Wales demographic, they haven't quite grasped the internet yet. That would be very funny. Oh, and in fact, Gilbert picks up on that very point. It says, do they have internet in Wales? Yeah, in places they do, yeah. GUU says, watching this and listening to music and having quite a few beers and wine with my brother and my dad. Happy days. Happy days indeed, my dear chap. Cheers to you and your brother and your dad. But keep the music down. Some of us are trying to concentrate. Thank you. Lovely. Oh, it's a bit... If it was a bit colder, that would help. I've got the bottle in the freezer. I'll top this bit that's kind of, it's got a bit of an aftertaste when it just lingers on the palate a bit. When it's ice cold, you don't get that because it shocks the palate. The secret to poor wine is to freeze a bit Jesus out of it. But it was a gift and it contains alcohol. So happy days, my lovelies, happy days. Now then, I made and delivered a radio desk for Red Dragon Radio years ago, says Simon. Tracy P, our Welsh Tracy, says, Wales Online is obsessed with Carol Vorderman. She has a number of special friends. I think we know what you mean there. Well, I mean, Carol Vorderman is a hell of a get for Radio Wales. You know, when they get somebody perhaps a little bit further up the old Z list, they do tend to get quite excited. And now, my mate Rod Gilbert had a show on Radio Wales, and he started doing that show when he was kind of unknown as a comedian. And then suddenly he became big and really took off. And oh, how excited were Radio Wales that they had a genuine celeb. And he wanted to give up doing the show because he's based in London most of the time. He and his wife Shan, and it was too much of a faff to be getting into Swansea or Cardiff on a Saturday morning to do the show live. And they were so keen to hang on to him, they let him record the show in his kitchen at home with with the microphone gaffer taped to a mug tree. Absolutely true. And he did that for about 2 years before he finally hung up his microphone mug tree and started doing his podcast. Pointless we're doing it on here because God knows neither he nor Sean will be watching, but just in case, hope the recovery is going well because he's been poorly battling the old big C. Now then, let's have a look. See. Good job, Sonia. Thanks for the wonk and unwonk. Sonia is the name of something is going to happen. I think that I am possibly about to sneeze. It's not quite there yet, but I can feel it coming on. I just want you to be prepared. Well, look, either come or don't come. I'm broadcasting live. Don't leave me hanging on like a hangy-onny thing. Either come or don't come. Well, I'm going to ignore you if you can't make your mind up. Still there in the background. Could happen. Just be warned. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Sonia is the name of my small tripod. I have 2 tripods now because I am a consummate professional. And the smaller of the 2 tripods is named Sonia, after a friend of mine who is a small person. Oh, bollocks. Hate it when that happens. And Simon, you're welcome for both the wonk and the unwonk. I see it as nothing less than my absolute duty to wonk or unwonk each and every one of you as per your requirements. Consider yourselves wonked or unwonked. Tripemonger is with us. Good evening. How lovely to see you. And says, glad tidings one and all. Glad tidings indeed. Western New York Bigfoot Investigation Group asks, okay, being a Yank, I have to ask finally, what is an OPWAP? Okay, for the benefit of you and anybody else who wasn't here when this ridiculous feature came about, which was in one of the very early lives, maybe even the second or third one. Okay, OPWAP stands for Old Age Pensioners. You would call them seniors, I think, Westy. Old age pensioners worth a podgering. In other words, people, usually celebrities, aged 60 or above, who you consider are still worthy of a bit of the good stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're a streetwise New York dude. I'm trying to think how to say it in American. And I can't, no, I can't, no, I won't even try going there. But that's what it means. OPWAP means old age pensioners worth a podgering, or people aged over 60 who you still would. And it's a ridiculous feature. I only put it up there as a joke because somebody mentioned something about it. And it's the one feature that everybody remembers and nobody will let go of. And it's what I'll be remembered for. When I die, it'll be on my gravestone or chalked on a piece of wall or somewhere. That Boaty, here lies Boaty. He created OPWAP. All the other features I've done, they got forgotten about, and some of them were quite good. And which one sticks? Bloody OPWAP. Dear me. Oh, right. Well, somebody. Oh, everybody is. I needn't have said that because everybody has written it. Has actually written down the explanation. Nigel Havers isn't too bad as an OPWAP, says Tracy. I'm glad I got out of the back seat, says Simon. That's in reference to, you'll see it in the video. Yeah, we, on the way back from picking up lunch, we came up with a dreadful idea of what to do with poor Simon. We seem to be addressing the question of an earlier start. Yeah, earlier, says Alimac. GUU says earlier would start. Earlier on a Monday, says KKC, I might be sober when you start. Oh, Weston says, oh, okay, thank you. I don't think I'm one of those if I'm understanding what being worth of pottering refers to. Well, Weston, I am not that way inclined. I am a straight man. But I would say, having become your friend on Facebook and seen your videos, I would say you are definitely 100% an OPWAP. Now, Facebook profile pictures are public. Anybody can see them. So I want everybody to go onto Weston's Facebook profile, look at his picture, and then tell me, do you agree? Tricky chap's words. Do you agree with me? I would say Weston is absolutely 100% an OPWAP. Let me know what you think. Oh, and another of our American friends is with us, Stephen S. Paul. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope all is well. And very Happy New Year to you, sir. Lovely to have you join us. Oh, Ron McCulloch is with us. Good evening, Ron. Hope you're well. Happy New Year to you, mate. Great to have you with us. Trace says, if you start at 9, I can get 30 minutes of you before my usual live stream, and then get to bed at a reasonable time after I've finished watching you on catch-up. Okay, fair enough. Right, okay. Next Monday, we will start at 9 o'clock. Oh, but then, oh, God, I'm going to have to do it. I'll have to do it without a glass of wine, so I can't start drinking at 9 o'clock. I'd be, oh, dear me, no. I'd be in a terrible state come supper time. But that's okay. I can do it sober. I do many things sober, like going to work and stuff. There was a bloke from Stoke whose door was made of oak. He was fine and dandy and really quite handy, and gave me a jolly good poke on Facebook, of course. A limerick from our Welsh Tracy. I'm surprised the Hairy Paddington has not made a toast rack from Nigel's grill. The Hairy Paddington is too poorly to do anything, really. Momo is like a steak pudding with a different filling. So, not really like a steak pudding there. Momo, if you're not aware, are small, spicy dumplings, either vegetable or meat, which are like... do you want to see one? I'll show you one, because I'll be cooking them later on, so... I've shown you the chutney. Let me show you an actual Momo from my own personal stock. There you go. So it's just a small, it's like a bite-sized, and it's just, yeah, they're just highly spiced dumplings in a simple pastry, but there's quite an intricate spice mix. If you happen to live somewhere near, the spicing for momos is really difficult because some of the essential spices are unique to the Himalayan region, and you simply can't get them in the UK. But if you live near an Asian grocers who does stock Nepalese things, you might be able to buy something called Momo Masala, which is which is a dry spice mix with all of the herbs and spices that you want for your momo. So all you need to do then is to make your keema, make your mince, or just buy some good mince. You don't have to mince it yourself. You can obviously buy ready, and just literally just mix it with the momo masala. Use your hands, get your hands in there, and do it all up. And then you just make a really simple pastry with flour and water, a little pinch of salt if you care to. Roll it out, cut it out with cut out circles just with a mug or a glass or something, and then you just get a dessert spoon of the momo mixture, plonk it in there, and just hand wrap it. It's a little bit fiddly, but you soon get used to it. There are videos on YouTube showing you how to do the hand wrapping, and yeah, I mean they're just fabulous things. But you do need a good momo chutney to go with them, and it's the momo chutney that really makes the momo. I tell you what, I haven't done a live cook for ages, have I? I'll do a boating in the kitchen, and I'll show you how to make momo chutney. Oh, it's fabulous. Anyway, right, we've done that. I've got to pick up something from PNHQ today for making a rack. You did. It was, I was at PNHQ today, which is Project Nigel headquarters, with Simon and with Captain Mustard, of course. And it was kind of not the most productive of days because, truth be told, Mustard was too poorly to be there. And it took his mind off it a bit, and he had a bit of a laugh, but it was a short day, and he wasn't his normal self. And I teased him a bit about being hungover, but he is actually poorly. So the day wasn't a complete washout by any means, but it wasn't quite as productive as we'd hoped it'd be. But of course, there will be other days. Here's a right. Okay, helps if you're a Brummie. Do I need to do this in a Brummie accent? It's a limerick. There was a young man from Belbroughton who had an incredibly short un. To make up for his loss, he had balls like an oss and a fart like a 650 Norton. That's a good one. Nice one, KKC. Ron, I'm sorry. Someone reversed into my car on Tesco car park. Second time in 2 months. Oh, that sucks. There can be such dodgy places, supermarket car parks. I always park as far away as possible because I think the walk will do me good, and I don't want some absolute arsewipe reversing into or driving forwards into my car, or opening their door into my car, or letting their trolley run loose into my car. There can be a bit of a war zone. In fact, when I had the car dealership and I was describing cars, if a car had the odd little chip or imperfection in the paintwork, I would describe it as having a couple of Tesco's. And is there anything more annoying than when you park away from the other cars and park in a space where there are no other cars around you, and you come back to your car and some absolute arsehole has parked in the space next to you, needlessly? Ooh. Is it me, or is Oprah providing the ladies with a better offering to choose from? I don't know. Underscore. What do you mean? Oh God. Oh God, throw the milk out. Yeah, milk's gone. Oh, another hidden comment. These can be fun. 'Tis dog's delight to bark and bite and little birds to sing, but all that flies can do is shit on everything. Thank you, Bad Books. Lovely. Hooked on Classics, Simone. Dirty limerick incoming. Right, I better read it first, just in case. Right, okay, here we go. There was a young man from Wales who lived on a diet of snails. But when he ran out of these, he fed on the cheese that he scratched from his knob with his nails. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. The old bell end cheddar, eh? I'm trying to think of any other limericks now. No, I can't think of any other limericks. Little poems, yeah, but not specifically limericks. The boy stood on the burning bridge, his feet all burned with blisters. The flames came up and burnt his pants, and now he wears his sister's. Dr. Bell fell down the well and broke his collarbone. Doctors should attend the sick and leave the well alone. The boy stood on the burning bridge, his features all a-quiver. He gave a cough, his leg fell off and floated down the river. Or there is a poem, What I Wrote Myself, which is called My Friend Who Went to Greece. I asked my friend if Greece was nice. She just smiled and farted twice. Let's hear your poems. Let's have a poetry. I did a video. How many of you have watched this? Not many. I think it got 4 views. I thought one night, for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to start a playlist and a feature called Poetry When Pissed, where I would basically read out some of my favourite poems when I was half plastered. And amazingly, it didn't go down very well. Can you believe that? And so there hasn't been another one. But just in case you didn't watch it, I'll give you that poem. If I can remember it. Yes, I remember Addlestrap, the name, because one afternoon of heat an express train drew up there unwontedly. It was late June. The steam hissed. Someone cleared his throat. No one left and no one came on the bare platform. What I saw was Addlestrap, only the name, and willows, willow herb and grass, and meadows sweet and haycocks fair, no whit less still and lonely fair than the high cloudlets in the sky. And for that minute a blackbird sang, close by, and round him, mistier, farther and farther, all the birds of Oxfordshire and Gloucestershire. I love that little poem. It's called Addlestrap, and it's by a chap called R.S. Thomas. And it was literally written on a train on a small county railway line when it quite unexpectedly stopped at a station called Addlestrap. And if you ever go to Addlestrap, and having fallen in love with this poem, I did go. I went on a little pilgrimage there. And the railway line is long gone. It was one of those that disappeared at the hands of Dr. Beeching, the bastard. And the station is long gone, and everything is long gone, apart from the bench that was in the waiting room. And the bench is still there. And the poem is actually inlaid on the bench on a brass plaque. And I sat there one afternoon for an hour or so, and it was rather lovely. I do things like that. I'm a bit strange. Where did I get to? Oh, Angie Dickinson, policewoman on TV, 1970s. Okay. Oh, Gilbert, you do make me laugh. And I don't want to laugh, because I don't want to laugh at your misfortune. And there were a couple of Gilbert's comments that I didn't read out, relating to further bowel trouble, both his own and the cat's. And this one, as my 45 seat is high, I twatted my head on the roof trying to get out today, and then stood in the cat sick. I'm sorry. That's not... I'm so, I'm so sorry. We're laughing with you, not at you, my dear chap. Oh dear me. Ah, there was a man named Boaty. Stuck in his toilet was an enormous floaty. He flushed. Oh, hello. It's all just moved. He flushed, and I swear he blushed and called a plumber with a goatee. Boom, boom. Nice one, Tracy. I've never tried either. Boaty naive? Question mark. Cough. Bullshit. Oh, sorry. Bullshit. I am. I'm very naive. I've had a very sheltered life. But you lot are bringing me out of my shell a little bit. If you are a minister, can you carry out an exorcism asking for a friend? Yeah, I am. Technically, I am both trained and legally permitted to carry out an exorcism. I've never done one, but I would be absolutely happy to give it a go. I would like to carry out more ministerial duties. I'd love to do the old exorcism or divorce or bar mitzvah or something. Especially if I got paid and there was a buffet. I'm in the Facebook group, but I don't really do it. That's cool. At least you're part of it. You're one of the cool kids. Ish. Boaty's World, the happening place to be. I've gotten away with posting a couple of my daft jokes on the Facebook page. You have, and they always amuse me when you put those up. I don't always comment, but you do give me little chortles. Useless, pointless, and ridiculous is what the internet was made for. Well, that and pornography, yeah, apparently. Am I the only person that doesn't get pornography? Well, I mean, I get it. I know what it is, but I don't enjoy it. I mean, it's watching other people have fun or not have fun or pretend to have fun. And it's a bit, oh, I don't know, well, it's going to make me sound a bit weird, but is it me or is it a bit demeaning to women on the whole? I mean, I suppose some of it can be empowering, but it doesn't do anything for me, pornography. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. Am I weird? Am I the only one out there? I know that I'm a bloke, so I'm supposed to watch porn, but nah. I mean, if I was really hungry, I wouldn't want to watch somebody else eating. You know, you either want to eat yourself or you don't want to be reminded about it. Anyway, that's a little aside. Oh, we've got a limerick from our friend Weston. There once was a man from New York who ate everything with a fork. He poked at a bear who had not one hair and said, I wish this was pork. Boom, boom, excellent. Oh, and another one from our Welsh Tracy. There was a cottage called Windy Bum. The videos would on a Monday run. Oak swaps and cars, toasters and stars, and ghosts that were good fun. Well, not the one that bloody opened the door and frightened me to death. Oldest video on YouTube from, consider it to be my first, a Vectra B SRI 2-litre 140 brake, filmed on a Motorola. Message retracted. I'm surprised. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, leave it out. KKC's suggestion for my Monday night caravan. Her Majesty's Prison, Hewell Grange. No, especially not as one of my exes works there, and she's one of the oh dear me. She won't be watching this now, but oh, that was one of those split ups that go on and on and on. You know the sort I mean? So that you split up and you think it's a clean break, and then it's kind of not, and they keep coming back. She actually came to my place the night before her wedding, believe it or not, the night before her wedding to somebody else, just in case I changed my mind. That was awkward. But yeah, she works at Hugh Grange, or she did the last time I heard from her. So anyway, sodded. No, I'm not taking my caravan to a prison. God, pull yourself together, man. I mean, I know it's Redditch, but there are there are better things around there than a bloody prison. Gilberti Codwacker says, Go Compare has a radio show. I know he does. He's my friend. His name is Wyn Evans, and he does indeed have a show on Radio Wales. And he is the Go Compare man, and he is also the lead tenor of the Welsh National Choir. Don't drink cheap wine, says Jimmy Quinn. It was a gift, Jimmy, and it doesn't look particularly cheap to me. It's just not entirely to my taste. I need some of the cold stuff. I'm going to go and get some cold stuff in a second. In fact, I will do that now. Chat amongst yourselves while I attend to the doings. It's been an hour. I'm entitled to a top-up. It's been an hour. It's been an hour. Oh, this wine is nice and cold. I'm looking forward to my Momo. Lunch was a terrible disappointment. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, here's me rattling on. Let's hear from you. Now, let's imagine that you can make a wish for this year and it will come true. And it has to be a wish for yourself. So, you know, not a wish for anybody else or for peace in the world or anything. It has to be a personal wish for something that you would love to happen to you this year. And nothing massive like winning the lottery or anything of that nature. Just something that's personal to you, so that you would love to happen to you this year. Tell me about that, and it's a nice way of getting to know each other. We should get to know each other a little more. Tell me lots of things about yourself. How old are you? How tall are you? What is your shoe size? Name one thing that you're scared of. What's your favourite food? Which side of the bed do you sleep on? What's the first thing that you drink in the morning? What's your favourite alcoholic beverage? That'll do for now. Give me something to be getting on with. It's like bloody homework, isn't it? Or just tell me one random fact about yourself. What was your nickname at school? That's a good one. Right then, I have cold wine and it's much better. And I am now going to dedicate myself to rattling through these comments. Look how serious I am about this. I'm rolling up my sleeves and everything. Now then, where did I get to? They've had an afternoon. Oh no, hang on. Oh bloody hell, I've missed some, haven't I? Oh, right. Let's get back to where I was. Here we are. Hugh Grange. Simon says, caravan idea, Squire's Cafe. I think they have a camping area and they put on events. I've got no idea where that is, but I will find out. Simon, Vodafone, you could try a paper bag. No idea. Go Compare has a radio show. I've done that. Don't drink cheap wine. Oh, I did that. My nephew works at Nando, says _ but all I've got is 6 packets of pity salt in the cupboard. Correct. My nephew is an arse, he shouts. Do you have those reusable ice cubes that don't water wine down? No, I don't. I just put the whole wine bottle in the freezer and then I forget about it and it's frozen solid and I have to wait for it to defrost because I am not tremendously well organised. What I should do, the problem is that my wine fridge, which is under there, isn't as effective as my main fridge, and it doesn't keep it at optimal chill. So I have to put it in the freezer for a bit to achieve that optimal chill. And then I forget about it and it freezes. But yeah, some of those non-diluting ice cubes might be a jolly good idea. So if I see any on my travels, potential burp, don't think it's happening. Well, that's a relief. If I see any on my travels and I've got any pocket money, I will buy them. And thank you for the suggestion. Gilbert, they've had an afternoon in the caravan. We didn't do much in the caravan. I'll come on to that. I'm going to get through these comments and then I'll tell you about today and other stuff. Two tripod boaty. That's what they'll be calling him now, says Simon. Circulating in the higher ranks of the tripod owning society. That's me. I'm up there, mate. I'm up there with the tripod toffs. Boaty, are you not worried about catching man flu from mustard? No. I work in hospitality. Therefore, I have developed high immunity. If there's something going round, I'll probably catch it, but I won't catch it so badly that I never have time off work. They were talking about this at work the other day. They said, you've never been off. You've never been off because you were poorly or because of this. And no, I'm used to having my own business, so I've never had time off. No matter what's wrong with me, I go to work. If I feel like shit, then I go to work and I feel like shit. So no, I'm not too worried about catching something off mustard. I've probably got a more iron constitution than he has anyway. I know he's a bit hairy and stuff, but I think he's quite delicate underneath it. Whereas at heart, don't be fooled by the paper-thin veneer of alleged sophistication. I'm just an old Welsh pit pony. So yeah, I don't worry about things like that and pandemics and such like. I just crack on with it. Oh, where did I get to? God, they're coming in a bit. Right, dealt with that one. Gilbert has moved his comment saying you have caught the lurgy off mustard. Okay. Skinos, senior citizens in need of sausage. Well, I think oh God, please don't let that become a feature. I can't cope with that. OPWAP is just so totally catchy and memorable. You see, these comments are relating to stuff that I said ages ago or that you said ages ago. And that's my fault because I don't keep up with the comments. Everyone likes a good acronym. OPWAP, easy to remember, that's why it's so popular. I can't remember the others. Exactly, lol. Perhaps you retire earlier in the USA. Tina Charles, Queen of Disco, is an OPWAP. They need one for the men too, though. Wake up! Oh boy, I am an OPWAP. That is awesome, says Westham. I'm honoured. Hope I can live up to the title. You're totally an OPWAP. Check him out. He's a handsome dude, tell you. You'll get a certificate soon, says Simon. We've got to sort that out. We need to send out virtual... Everybody who we have designated an OPWAP should get a virtual certificate. I'm going to do that one of the... I've been so bloody busy, I've not been able to... Not had the time to indulge my little nonsenses, but I'm totally going to do that. Hidden comment, let's show it. Tina Charles, who was she banging in the 70s? Someone famous, I recall, not a clue. Bow buns are nice, says Simon. No, they're not. They're bland and boring. Chinese madam used to make dumplings and they weren't all that. Boaty gets his Momo out. Music starts, boom, chaka wow wow. Yeah. Theme music to my Momos. I love my theme music. I used it originally for Boaty's Noshes, and now it's the main music for the channel, and I adore it. You should open the floor up to spherical foods, Boaty. Oh, yeah, okay. This was a feature we came up with over lunch. Name a properly spherical food. And your opener, your starter for 10, is peas. So do with that what you will. Boaty does Momo, a future vid. It's going to be, yeah. I have cooked Momo on a vid. When I did an outdoor cook at PNHQ for mustard. So you have seen me cooking them, but you haven't seen me making them. So that is a video to come. Momo chutney, giggle giggle. Lurpak has entered the chat. Oh, hang on. What? What the hell is this? Oh my God. Oh dear. New subscriber alert. Feliz Año Nuevo, Boaty. And who is this from? It's from it's from oh God. It's from, I'm going to say this name, I'm going to get it out, as the actress said to the bishop. It's from the new subscriber alert and Happy New Year Spanish wishes are from LurpakA380. So I don't know what's going on here. We've got, we had Mr. Ben 747, and then the lovely Pingu Concord came along, who I thought was Mr. Ben 747 under another name, given that they were both children's television characters allied with jet airliners. But no, Mr. Ben 747 assured me that Pingu Concord was an entirely different personage. And now, just to really freak me out, we've got LurpakA380. And I don't know what to do with that, but I think it's genius. And I genuinely don't know if all of these three people are all the same person, or if Mr. Ben 747 is just grabbing in random members of friends or family and say, subscribe to this channel and use this username. But LurpakA380 is oh my God. Hey, well, it's a new subscriber. Welcome, and a very happy new year to you as well, LurpakA380. I love these channel names. Oh God. Oh, I can see it happening. You're all going to start changing your channel names to something that's just going to absolutely throw me and make me crack up every time I try and read them out. LurpakA380. Oh my God. Oh dear. Lurpak has entered the chat. They have indeed. He was a little quiet, says Simon, referring to Captain Mustard. Bless the hairy Paddington. Yeah, he shouldn't have been there today. Fair play to him for so many un-PC jokes to be had at Momo and Momo Chutney. Is there? What is there something funny about a Momo? I don't know, does it have another meaning? Do I need to look it up in an urban dictionary? Is there something going on there that I'm not aware of? Ali Mac Mechanical says, I do that park in the middle of nowhere, but someone always parks next to me. Oh yeah, car park woes. Yeah, happens to me a lot, I hate it. KKC says, supermarket car parks. Don't you just hate those who park across two spaces on purpose? Yeah, but not on a social or moral level, on an OCD level. Oh, here's one of my favourite little poems. And this is from _. I eat my peas with honey. I've done it all my life. It makes the peas taste funny, but it keeps them on my knife. Boom, boom. I've had somebody take the paint off my bumper in Tesco. Simon says, Ali. Ended up having to repaint it. Weston says, there once was a man from Nantucket who kept all his cash in a bucket. His daughter named Nan ran off with a man and asked for the bucket. Nantucket. Sorry, I buggered up the ending to that one, but that's a good one. Mary had a little lamb. She kept it in a bucket, and every time she took it out, the bulldog tried to frighten the life out of the poor little thing. Mary had a little lamb so full of fun and frolics, it tried to jump a 5-bar gate and severely damaged its leg just above the right knee. Can someone wake me up when he's finished poetry? I'd rather have religion. Cheeky bastard, I'll try and give you a bit of culture. Well, sod you, last time I do that. I have a poem, I wrote a word, then some more that rhyme, then some more of them, and then some more words. Right. I was really annoyed that someone had dinged my rear door on the Civic at the Motor Museum near Gaydon. Only when I got home did I realise I'd done it on our gatepost. Oh dear, that's from Ali Mac. We don't mean to boast about the way we serve our toast, but a cold sweaty stack ain't as appealing as the slices from a rack. Tricky chap's words. I have strange little trips. I read the poem Leisure by the Cottage and poet W.H. Davis lived after visiting the Gold Post Box for Pete Reed and meeting his dad. I totally get that. Hidden comment. If I want to look at a big dick, I just look at myself in the mirror, so no porn for me. Not just me then. Can you imagine watching internet porn on dial-up? A lady would take 1 hour to get her boobies out. Oh dear. If I could share a caravan with the muff magnet, I wouldn't need pornography either. Ah, right, there we are. I need to crack on with the mustard is a muff magnet t-shirts. I'm gonna wear one of those to PNHQ. Oh dear. Cheers, my loves. Oh, that's much better cold. The Leyland National was in production 1972 to 1985, that day, with nearly 8,000 built at Lily Hall near Workington in Cumbria. We're talking about my little obsession with Leyland National buses there. I'd love to talk to you about those, Ron, and one of these days I'd love to drive one. Is there a birthday event early January, Boaty, or did I imagine it? There was. I'm going to cancel it. It probably wasn't the best idea trying to do something so early in the year and with the weather so questionable and up and down and so close to Christmas and New Year when people are skint. So I'm going to cancel that and we'll do it a little bit later on. When we're more spring-like and weather's a bit more, at least we know it's not going to be icy and a blizzard and we're not so post-Christmas skint. So yeah, I meant to mention that, but there weren't many people that had genuinely expressed an interest in going. So we'll take a rain check on that one. Ali Mac's off to bed and says good night. So good night, Ali. Um, it's for, oh right. Why not cook Momo in the caravan at car shows and sell them £1 each? This time next year you will be a millionaire. I'd already planned to do that, Gilbert. Yeah, I will turn the caravan into a portable Momo. In fact, even without the caravan, even if I was just going in a car, I've got the stove now, which you kindly gave me the gas for. Thank you very much again for that. And that little stove, that will cook Momo no problem at all. So, yeah, if I rock up to any shows or meets next year, I'm going to be coming armed and deadly with Momo. Excuse me. I'd love to get the garden sorted out so Julie has a lovely place to relax in the sun. Nando's is completely overpriced, says Trace. I had my first Nando's 3 weeks ago. Didn't you, Justin? Didn't you rant about it on Facebook? Dear me. 17 quid for a bit of chicken, a corn on the cob and sweet potato wedges. Wasn't delicious enough for the price. Not as bad as my bloody lunch today, I can tell you that. But yeah, I've never been to a Nando's and the chances of me going are slim. Well, actually, there are 2 chances of me going to Nando's. Slim and none. And Slim is out of town. My nickname was Simbo. I gave it myself. Doesn't count then. Taller than 6'3", says _ me too. Size 11 shoes, me too. I sleep whichever side of the bed that the cat lets me. I don't have that problem. Our Welsh Tracy's nickname was Wigwam because her initials are TP. I like that, Wigwam. That's it. You are now our official Wigwam. Loving that. Totally agree. I'd rather have McDonald's. Random fact about me, says Trace. I have no volume control. It's either on, loud, or off, asleep. There is no in between. Gilbert says, I like good pies, I like nice chippies, I like real ale and English bitter, and love a good sausage made in the air fryer. We've got a personal wish coming from KKC to stop the whippet from peeing on my lawn. She's killed it over the last 5 years. Weston says, my nickname was Satch, hence why I am known now as Satch Squatch, Sasquatch, Satch, Squatch. I investigate Bigfoot, aka Sasquatch. Well, you get it. Yeah, we get it. Genuinely, you need to enjoy the silence of my typing on here. Meeting me in the flesh, you need earplugs. I would love to meet you in the flesh, Trace. Hooked on Classics has retracted their message. Obviously, too filthy. And Simon says, Hooked on Classics, belly button piercing is cool though, worth it, right? And then Simone says, random fact, I vomited when my ex had a belly button piercing. Right, okay. Not into your piercings then? Fair enough. I would love to have a K11 Micra. Not for me, I'm not a camera person, but how about subscribers sending a short video to fill in your little ciggy breaks? What a brilliant idea. I'm Boaty's unpaid intern. You are. You come up with some fabulous ideas. Another random fact about me. I wrestled Keith Chegwin in the street for a film, Kill Keith, and it was great fun. And Cheggers is totally in real life as he was on screen. Isn't he dead? Or am I imagining it? Didn't he die? Apologies if he didn't. I used to be able to work when feeling ill, says Simon, but since being a desk monkey with a phone, a migraine can do me in so fast. My mate Richard, says Gilbert, is a train guard and has a good immune system as he deals with public all the time. Well, yeah. I'm not great with needles, to be honest. Don't know how I'd fare. Get a whiteboard and list these things when they come up. Crumpets, said Gilbert, out of nowhere. Apropos of nothing. Crumpets to you too, sir. I don't know. Yeah, saw you cooking, Momo. Want to see you making Momo and Momo chutney. It will happen. I'll show you. Spherical food, kangaroo balls. Brussels sprouts. That's from Wigwam. Message health review. Oakwap forgettable sex. Sorry, I know that's a low one. Oh, James Wilson is with us. Hello, James. Do you know the Longbridge factory is starred in the music video Believe by the Chemical Brothers? And a Rover 75 and other Rover models on the production follows a chap there being chased by robots. No, I didn't know that, because I've never heard of the Chemical Brothers or the song Believe, but that's cool information. Thank you. Black pudding balls, don't be personal. Chemical Brothers have done way more tracks than I've heard than I knew. Brussels sprouts are like vegetable bogies. I didn't. It's sad now. All shops and houses. Yeah, Longbridge is very different, isn't it? Qgate still remains though. They are not. They're little green balls of joy nestled alongside your roast potatoes and meat. Maybe we should arrange and drive down to the Longbridge factory for a meet-up. That could be quite good fun to do. The terms of the lease mean that Rover can surrender land to the landlord each year. Uncle Joe's mint balls. Oh, God. Longbridge is 10 minutes from me, says KKC. Can't remember the comedian it was, but he said his mum used to call him half a Momo when he did something daft. But he had no idea what a Momo was. Chocolate salty balls, says KKC. Oh dear. Hey everybody, have you seen my balls? They're big and salty and brown. You had to love Chef on South Park, didn't you? Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Maltesers, says LurpakA380. I'm sorry, I'm losing the plot here. Oh God. Chocolate salty balls and LurpakA380. I can't cope. Oh dear. Hey everybody, have you seen my balls? They're big and salty and brown. Oh, suck on my chocolate salty balls. Oh dear me. Oh God. Oh, suck on my chocolate salty. Oh God, I can't get that out of my mind now. Oh dear. We'll be doing Shaft next. Isaac Hayes, what a legend. Dear me. Oh dear. Oh God, messages help LurpakA380. Korean meatballs really are the dog's bollocks. Oh God. We should do tongue twisters after Boaty has finished a bottle of wine. When we meet up, and if you come to the caravan and we have a little glass or something, I'll play a game with you called One Fat Hen. You don't know tongue twisters until you've played One Fat Hen with me. I guarantee you, not one of you will do it. In fact, I challenge you. In fact, right, new feature. One Fat Hen. During a live stream, I challenge any of you to come on here live with me, share the screen, and I will play One Fat Hen with you, and you have got to try to complete it. I guarantee not one of you will. Do you want to practice? All you have to do is repeat what I say after I say it. That's how easy it is. But I guarantee you, not one of you will do it. So when I say One Fat Hen, you have to then reply one fat hen. And then I will say, see, I'm giving you advance warning here. One fat hen and 2 brown bears. And you would then have to say, one fat hen and 2 brown bears. And it goes up to 10. I guarantee you, not one of you will do it. If any of you do it, I will give you, what will I give you? I'll give you a t-shirt from the YouTube store, one of my t-shirts, most of which I haven't designed yet. But so there's your challenge. You've got to come on here live with me in front of upwards of 3 people watching you, because I'm incredibly popular and famous, don't you know? Oh yeah. Mondays, Thursdays, 3 people, no problem at all. And videos, what? We're talking 30, 40 views. Seriously, yeah, A-list. That's your challenge. Come onto a live with me, play one fat hen with me, and if you complete it, I'll give you a t-shirt of your choice from the YouTube store. Now then, I was going to whiz through all of these comments, wasn't I? And then you keep distracting me. It's your fault. I blame you. Where did we get to? Oh God, LurpakA380 and chocolate salty balls. Pro de Longridge, yeah. Jimmy Quinn, Boaty, are you a retired porn star? That's why you don't like porn. God, no. I might be an unsuccessful YouTuber. I would have been a far more unsuccessful porn star. God above. Boaty, just have 2 birthdays like the Royals. Good idea. I'll have my actual birthday, which is in, God, it's in a couple of weeks. It's, when is it? It's a week next Saturday. So I'll have my actual birthday, which I'll celebrate with you guys, virtually. And then I'll have an official birthday when we can all meet up in better weather. Why not organise a boaty stand at Pride of Longbridge? Why not? That's something to aspire to, isn't it? Actually, that is a fucking brilliant idea. Gilbert, sometimes, mate, sometimes you are a genius and worth your weight in gold, and I love you dearly. We should have a Boaties World stand at all of these shows and meets. We totally should, with some of our cars and toast racks and wearing mustardism muff magnet t-shirts or something. That would be so cool, because everybody does it so seriously, and quite rightly too. And we should just turn up and have a laugh. Take a few bottles of wine. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. Let's make 2023 the year that we do this. Gilbert, you're a legend. I don't understand why people like Nando's. You're leaning against an open door there. It was nice, last Nando's I had. That was 15 years ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cheggers is dead, sadly. Ron says, a semi-automatic gearbox does not have gear cogs like a normal gearbox. It uses tooth rings for each gear ratio, and the tooth rings have a brake band. Okay, I don't entirely understand that. So, no, I really don't understand that at all. I mean, it's hard enough trying to get my head around a CVT gearbox. But if it doesn't have teeth, then it has I'll Google that. Piercings are painful. I couldn't walk for 2 days after my Prince Albert. Oh, God. And all the chaps watching this suddenly cross their legs. Crumpets, yes, crumpets, shouts Trace. Weston says, as far as something I'm scared of, it is spiders. When I run into a web in the forest, it looks like I'm a kung fu master all of a sudden. Oh dear. LurpakA380. LurpakA380. Random fact from LurpakA380. Oh dear. I built my own garage from scratch and it's as square as a banana. P.S. Don't tell the council inspector. Oh, Ron hit him with an explanation. Good. When a gear is selected, the brake band for that gear stops the tethering from going around and cluster of gear cogs take up the drive. Okay, that makes more sense. Trace says, I used to work in Woolies and chocolate salty balls was a very popular purchase, but we weren't allowed to play it on the internal CD system. God, was it that long ago that Woolies was still open? Dear me. Weston says that spiders are abominations of nature, and as far as he's concerned, all of them eyes and 8 legs shouldn't be allowed. James Wilson says Lancastrians don't eat veggie bogies. Brussels sprouts are not welcomed in Lancashire. I like looking at spiders. If you could stop them running so fast, I'd be happy. Me neither, not that I've had one. Oh, right, we're talking about Nando's. Trace went 51 years without the pleasure of a Nando's, and he's quite happy to go another 51 years without another one's. Oh, that made sense to me. James says we eat Wigan kebabs, but they ain't Wigan kebabs, they're really Preston kebabs. Weston makes his wife deal with spiders. Okay, hiccups now. Oh, God, you haven't, have you? Oh, have we? Hang on. Let me just check this out. I think we've got another name change. I can't cope. Have you changed your name? Welsh Tracy. Wigwam TP. Wigwam TP says, I'm 51 too. I'm also 51, but not for much longer. I've got, about 11, 12 days left of, we've got a message health review. Wigwam TP, lol, name change. I thought you'd be about my age because of the name. Tracy exploded into the name charts about 1970 and then fucked straight off again in 1972. I had a small part in a porn film, says underscore. Oh, KKC, it's his birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday. Let's all wish KKC a very happy birthday for tomorrow. Most autistic folk are geniuses. Won't argue with that. Hello. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Yeah, right. Happy birthday. Oh, and Weston has got a birthday on January the 8th, same day as Elvis. So we've got another life to go before then, but let's all remember to wish Weston a very happy birthday. Boaty's World stand with cars and a toast rack display with judging and a prize for the best display. Brilliant. Yeah. I want to do that. I totally want to do that. I want to get a stand at the show and just do it our way. You know, be there amongst all of the serious people. Just that would be so funny. You know, I want to do all of the shows in an ironic way anyway. And actually having a stand would be the most awesome thing ever. And doing it with you guys would just be a dream come true. Let's make that happen. Let's absolutely make that happen. We can even do a live stream from there. Hang on. Where did I get to? I would sooner drive a City Rover than any BMW. Plus you can name it Han Solo. If you can find the City Rover, then good luck. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a City Rover. I was well into hubbing up when I saw the videos he did about his. But if you look at a City Rover now, you know, considering that they're dreadful little bags of shit, people aren't asking money for them. You can't go and pick one up for 300 or 400 quid anymore. They're all £1,000 or more. But I would like to buy one. Yeah, I would like one. Just in an ironic sense. Do you like slugs? No, is the honest answer to that, Ron. I don't particularly dislike them, but I can't say I actively like them. Gilbert says, I have owned a City Rover. Don't. Wigwam TP. Wigwam TP is 52 on Friday. So, and I'll be right behind you. Happy birthday for Friday, Wigwam. Wigwam. Then we've got lots of happy birthdays flying about. Lots and lots and lots of happy birthdays. Stephen S. Paul will be 58. Again, a birthday coming up this January the 19th. Damn. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. 50s are the new 30s. We're in our prime, lad. Simone says, my birthday's in April, quite a way off yet. It'll be here before you know it. And you should have a party with jelly and ice cream, and you should invite us all. And we can play pin the tail on the donkey and musical chairs and pass the parcel. We should all go to Boaty's car show dressed as Mustard, Boaty or Simon. How would you dress as me? How do I dress? How would you dress as Mustard? Come to that. Oh God, the mind boggles. Oh yeah. Oh, Ron says, have you ever driven a Rolls Royce? Loads and loads and loads, and I've owned quite a few Rolls Royce. I've driven, well, I've driven any number of Silver Shadows, any number of Shadow 2s, any number of Silver Cloud 1, 2 and 3s. I've driven many Silver Spirits, the odd Silver Spur, which is the long wheelbase version of a Spirit, and I've driven some vintage Rolls Royces because we bought a company called the Historical Motor Hire Company, which supplied all of the vintage Rolls Royces and similar cars from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s for all of the major films. And we bought the company purely in order to buy the stock. So I've driven loads of Rolls Royces. And the most famous one probably was a Rolls Royce that was originally owned by United Artists. That was Charlie Chaplin, Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and the other one. And it was built specifically for export to the US market. And because it was built during the times of Prohibition, it had hidden liquor cabinets in it. And it was brought back to the UK by the grandson of the captain of the Titanic. And it ended up going into my hands. And I sold it on behalf of the UK owner to another chap in the UK, a wealthy racehorse owner who bought it as an investment. And then I sold it on his behalf to MGM in Hollywood for £1 million. And to the best of my knowledge, it still sits in their foyer. So yeah, I've driven that, and I used to do the old trick of starting the engine and putting a shilling on top of the engine block, and it won't fall over. It wasn't a shilling, it was a pound coin, but same thing. Where did I get to? You would need a bunch of clip-on beards. um, dear. James Wilson is showing off saying, whoa, 52, I'm 22 in 9 months. You'll be laughing on the other side of your face. The next 30 years will just fly. My granddad stopped me being scared of moths by telling me it was just a butterfly on nights. That's a good one. We could have a yap wap. What's a yap wap? Help me out. Simone and Simon are talking about something and I don't know what. You would need a bunch of clip-on beards. Oh yeah, to go as mustard, yeah. How would anybody dress as you, says Simon? Oh, actually. A party, says Simone. Not sure I'd enjoy that. Well, don't invite yourself. We'll just go. There are quite a few of us in the 52 Club, says Bad Books. 71 was a good year. Damn right it was. Weston says, thank you again for a pleasurable time, Boaty. I will be around. Good night, you lovelies in chat. You say such interesting things. Stay well. Good night, Weston. Thanks for joining us. Toodle pip. A shilling, lol. Yeah, well, look, I was born in old money, mate. I think old money was around for 2 weeks of my life. And then we went decimal. Charlie Chaplin was born in Black Patch Park in Smethwick, according to local folklore. Oh, I won't be in the 52 Club tomorrow, says KKC. Simone says, I was 5 years late for 1971s. So that makes you, oh God, look at you. You're a mere babe. A mere babe, my lovely. 76 was the best year to be born. Fact? No, it wasn't. Yap Wap. Aled Sean Davis, Paralympian, lovely word. What's a Yap Wap? What's it? Old age pensioners? I don't know. Oh, young age person. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Well, there are loads of young people worth of pottering. That's not a feature. I mean, God almighty. My sis is 1976. Well, I am indeed the best year 1971. So it's 1976 versus 1971. Which was the best year? (1976), 5 years ago. God almighty. Hooked on classics. So young. So young. My God. I wonder what the average age of my viewer is. Not an individual viewer, but I meant the average age generally. And I wonder if my demographic has changed. Very difficult to get the... Oh, I've done it again, look. Look, I've done it again. Half frozen. Never mind. At least it's cold. Right, well, I think I've caught up with the comments. So what would you like to talk about? Is anybody volunteering to come on live and do the one fat hen challenge? Oh dear. Oh, that's not working very well. Yeah, it'll defrost in a minute. Oh, now then. I was going to tell you about today, wasn't I? I haven't told you about today. MapWap. MapWap, we can be middle-aged person worth of pottering. MapWap. 1971, My Sweet Lord and Mungo Jerry. I'll tell you a true story, KKC. I always thought that the number one when I was born was My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. And there was a time when I was living in Ukraine, living in Kyiv. I think I've told you this story before, but I was celebrating my birthday in in a mafia nightclub on the river, and I got attacked and beaten by some of the mafia guys and robbed. And when we got back to, I was with Lena, my partner, my then partner. And when we got back to the apartment, and you know where this story is going, you know how it ended up, because I've told you before. I ended up at 5 o'clock in the morning in January the 14th in the middle of Kiev, running round Freedom Square naked apart from some hobnailed boots to show my disdain for the way I'd been treated that night on my birthday. But before that happened, Lena had put the telly on, and there's a thing called VH1, or there was then, and they were playing My Sweet Lord. And I thought, that's a sign that, because it's like an English thing, you know, and I'd been feeling a little bit dodgy, you know. I'm living in Kiev, I'm living in Ukraine, I'm a long way from home. I honestly thought I was going to die in that nightclub, tell you the truth, because at that time, it wasn't safe to be Western in Kiev. It was before Ukraine became more Europeanized, and if you were Western, you were a massive kidnap threat, because they thought everybody in the West was rich. Which, you know, when I was there were families outside of the cities living on $20 a month. So of course Western people are rich by comparison, and it wasn't really safe for you to be out and about, because you were a kidnap risk. And if you went there on some sort of organised holiday, you were told to stick to the main streets and don't go beyond here and don't go beyond there. And wherever I've lived in the world, and I've lived all over the world, and I've never taken that advice. I've told you all the stories. I mean, Christ, the places I went in America where I wasn't supposed to, especially around Chicago. My God. And I was the same in Ukraine, and you know, occasionally things go wrong, and they did that night. And so yeah, when we got back to the apartment, I was a little bit sore because you know, I'd taken a bit of a beating, and a bit annoyed, and you know, just feeling a little bit away from home. And that song came on, and My Sweet Lord, and I thought, that's my song, that's my birthday song. It's a sign that everything's going to be fine. So I put my big boy pants on, downed another couple of vodkas, and went out to Freedom Square and ran around naked. And as I've told you before, I blame Lena for that, because I told her I was going to do it, and any decent girlfriend would have said, don't be so silly, you will get shot by the militia. And she didn't. She just said, hang on, I'll get my camera. And she did. She took bloody photographs of it. And there are photographs on Facebook. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that I found out much later that I missed My Sweet Lord being #1 when I was born by about 12 hours. And what was #1 when I was born? Fucking Grandad by Clive Dunn, which explains why my life has turned out the way it is. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Sorry, I must have knackered your channel average age. George Harrison, my favourite Beatle. First record I got was My Sweet Lord. Back in the late 90s, my landlord in Philadelphia crushed his late brother's first car, a 1927 Rolls-Royce Phantom, 7-litre straight 8. Very nice car for what it was. I've heard that story, Boaty, says James. Repeat myself. First song I bought was the Flying Pickets or E.T. theme, I can't remember. The first record I bought was Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick by Ian Dury and the Blockheads. Update on the random Christmas present. The knitted slippers are still surprisingly comfy. Oh dear, 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 dear. Have I missed some comments? Hold on. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Press the wrong doings. Sometimes I wish I'd been born in 71 to experience Oasis live in Nebworth Main Road like my mum did in Britpop. People born in the 70s experience the best music live. Will there... oh, hang on. Have you gone off on a tangent again? Yes, probably. Oh, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. If you could, that would be lovely. I love disco. 1976, hot summer, brilliant disco. Average age is on analytics. Mine is mid-20s. Mine's about mid-50s, I think. Is Yap Wap incest? I don't remember 76. I was told about the Ladybird plague. Right, where did I get to? Oh, God. Right, Nitty's, right, have you gone up on it? Oh, I've done that one. Oh, will there be a secret live stream after Mustards? Don't know. Would you like a secret live stream after Mustards? He's starting earlier tomorrow, by the way. He's starting at 9. If you would like a secret live stream after Mustards again, let me know and I'll be happy to do it. It's going to be a super quiet night at work tomorrow. So if you fancy a quick late one tomorrow, just shout and I'll do it. I was thinking about doing a Tuesday and Wednesday anyway, because I wanted to do the blackjack masterclass. But we can do that anytime. If you'd like one, shout, let me know. I'll do it. Where do I get to? LurpakA380. New feature, STSFM. I've got no idea what that is. Grandad, when my daughter was born, the number one was the Ketchup song. Oasis and The Verb, both amazing bands, are my favourites. My first record was Candy Girl by New Edition, and I still have it, says Simone of Hooked on Classics. And she then follows up to let us know that she was 5 years old at the time. And she has tons of records. Oh, yes, please read the late quickie. Yes, live stream tomorrow. Yes, secret live stream. Right, apparently the SS whatever it was that LurpakA380 came up with was slightly too slim for Mustard. Yeah, because Mustard likes his ladies a little on the Rubenesque side. I like that feature. Slightly too slim for Mustard. Let's make that a thing. Because I guarantee you that all of those that qualify as slightly too slim to Mustard will probably qualify as just right for me. So I'll enjoy that. Just got us all an extra live stream. You're welcome. Yeah, okay, let's do one tomorrow. Let's do one. So God knows what time Mustard will be finishing, but and he's starting earlier, isn't he? I'll probably get home tomorrow, I imagine, somewhere around the 10:30 mark. So I'll try and tune in for the end of Mustards, and yeah, when he finishes, we'll do an after show. It'll be a bit like that. Oh, what is it they do with those reality shows, and then they do. Rod hosted one of them for after The Apprentice or whatever it was. So yeah, okay, we'll do that. So it's a date for tomorrow, my loves. Trace says, let's just say I have a chest that would scare the bejesus out of Boaty. but probably perfect for mustard. They probably would scare the bejesus out of me. I make no secret of the fact that I am terrified of and intimidated by the larger chests. Yeah, and always have been. Oh, I wouldn't know where to start, Trace. I wouldn't know where to start, my love. Whereas mustard would have no such issues. My God. Oh dear. I'm not sure that's an appropriate subject to be talking about. Trace's chest. Dear, the things that you talk about at 1 o'clock in the morning. God, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, my loves. I'm getting a bit peckish. Wigwam TP. I'm loving the names. Simon suggests that to Tracy that she should invade Mustard's chat. Oh, hang on. Oh, you should invade Mustard's chat with them, but don't tell him what they are. Oh, is that the STS FM? Yeah, do that. Right, do this for Mustard's live tomorrow night. Just keep banging up loads of STS FMs, but you're not allowed to tell him what it stands for. It'll drive him mad, and that will be funny. So, right, everybody, all of you do that. Oh, underscore. I'm not reading that out. That's outrageous. No. You might, you might be my unpaid intern, but no. You should be very sorry, underscore. Outrageous. Trace thought it was late enough to crack her chest out. I really can't comment on the current subject. Okay. Yeah, you should have made yourself blush with that one, underscore. That was absolutely outrageous. Simon's heading off to the land of Nod. So, and see you tomorrow evening, probably. Yeah. Are you going to be up for another live stream after sitting through 2 hours of Mustard and his surreal shenanigans? Oh, what the hell. If nobody's there, I'll just talk to myself for half an hour and then bugger off. These are too much fun to do. But do let me know. Do let me know if you would like to come on and do a little bit of this with me, either as the One Fat Hen challenge or just to come on and have a little bit of a chat. I'm still up for that, and I'm still supposed to be. I think it's still in a test phase. I'm still supposed to be trying it out for YouTube, so I probably should do one. Oh, and Gilbert is off. He's saying toodaloo. And it is. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's probably time that we all said good night to each other. And in fact, I'm going to turn on my steamer live. Although you'll have to take my word that I'm doing it, because you can't actually see. To get ready to do my momo for supper. Oh, how's my chutney doing on the radiator? Let's have a look. Oh, defrosting nicely. Look at that. Can you see? Oh, God. Oh, that is fabulous. Fully defrosted now. Oh, and I didn't tell you about today, did I? Didn't get onto any of that. And now we're just... Jeepers, my joke killed it. We will be here tomorrow if you are. Jimmy Quinn, I'm not reading that one out. We'll be here tomorrow if you are. Thanks again for being my host, no problem at all. I'll tell you properly about tomorrow then. But I did a bit of messing about in the caravan. I got some things working, so that was great. Left earlier than normal because Mustard was poorly, and popped into the casino on my way home and sat next to a guy who won 30,000 quid at the blackjack table. So there you go. That was my day, and there will be some videos coming. And Simon was there as well, and we had lunch, and we did a couple of very silly things. All I can say is, and it's kind of opposite given what we've been talking about, but prepare yourself, my loves, for 3 big titties, and that's all I'm going to say. Simon knows what I'm talking about. Simon was one of the titties, as was I, and you will see the result of that in a forthcoming video, my loves. So yeah. Oh, but has he laughed as much as you tonight with his 30k? No, I am rich beyond, having this, having you guys, I am rich beyond sheer monetary values. And I did all right, as well as it happens. I got my expenses back for the day, with a little bit on top as well to it's a little bit to chuck in the singles pot actually, and next time somebody's going short on gas or electricity, there'll be a bit in the pot. And thank you again to Max, if you're watching, mate. Thank you for your donation. I can tell you that it did go to somebody who was really, really, really grateful for the little bit of help. They had kind of, it was only a temporary thing. They had, I think, like 24 hours before a payment was due, a benefits payment or something, and they just had sod all in the cupboards, and their electricity was about to run out. So you helped them out, and they're grateful, and I'm really grateful to you. So thank you, Max. Right, that's probably about it for tonight, then, isn't it? Have we all said good night? Oh God, LurpakA380. I can't cope with your name. LurpakA380. I'm never going to be able to look at an A380 in the same way again. I'm just going to imagine it all liveried up with Lurpak at the side. Oh dear, dear, dear. Good night, everybody. It's been a good day. I've really enjoyed tonight. So thank you for your company. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for staying up so late. And for any of you who are up for it, I will see you all tomorrow night post Mustard. So cheers, sleep well, stay safe, stay warm. Have a great day tomorrow, and catch you tomorrow night. I love those usernames. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings, see if we get any more. All right, that's it, loves. You sleep tight. Love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.